Have you ever stopped for a moment, looked at yourself, and asked, "Am I really enough? Am I really the best at what I do?" If that thought has ever crossed your mind, stay with me, because what you're about to hear can completely shift the way you see yourself. The truth is, you are the best. Not in some vague motivational way, but in a very real, practical, and powerful way. And today, I'm going to show you how to actually believe it. The biggest reason people don't see themselves as the best is because they compare. They measure their worth by what others are doing, how others are living, and where others are going. But the reality is, nobody in this world has lived your life, nobody has your exact experiences, and nobody has your exact way of seeing the world. That alone makes you one of a kind. And when you are one of a kind, by definition, you're the best at being you. But believing it requires more than hearing it. It requires understanding how the mind works. See, your mind is like a stage. Whatever thought you allow to play on that stage becomes the star of your life. If the thought is, "I'm not good enough," then your actions, your choices, even your body language will reflect that belief. But if the thought is, "I am the best," then something incredible happens. Your actions align with that belief, your choices reflect confidence, and life begins to mirror that back to you. Let me tell you this, believing you are the best doesn't mean thinking you're perfect. It doesn't mean you'll never make mistakes. It means recognizing that no matter what happens, you hold the power to improve, to grow, and to rise again. It means you understand that your value doesn't decrease because of a failure. Think about a $100 bill. Whether it's crumpled, torn, or dirty, it's still worth $100. That's you. Your worth is not negotiable. Here's something powerful I want you to remember. The world reflects back to you how you see yourself. If you walk into a room believing you're invisible, you'll be ignored. But if you walk into that same room with the belief that you belong, that you have something valuable to offer, suddenly people notice. This isn't magic, it's psychology. Confidence changes your tone of voice, your posture, and your energy. And people respond to that without even realizing it. But how do you build that belief? How do you move from, "I want to believe I'm the best," to actually knowing it deep down? Let's break it down step by step. First, you have to control your inner dialogue. That voice in your head that says, "You can't, you're not good enough," or "Others are better." You have to challenge it. Ask yourself, is that thought true? Can I prove it? Most of the time, you'll find that negative self-talk is based on fear, not facts. Replace it with truth. I am capable. I am improving. I am the best version of myself today, and tomorrow I'll be even better. Second, focus on your strengths. Everybody has areas where they shine. Maybe it's creativity, maybe it's persistence, maybe it's empathy. When you acknowledge what you're naturally good at, you build a foundation for confidence. Too often we spend all our time thinking about what we lack, instead of celebrating what we already have. Third, practice daily affirmations, but not just empty words. Say them with meaning. For example, don't just say, "I'm the best." Say, "I am the best at being me. No one else can live my life or use my gifts the way I can." Feel that truth when you say it. Fourth, take action. Belief isn't built by sitting still, it's built by doing. Every time you step forward, every time you try, every time you push through fear, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Action builds evidence, and evidence builds belief. And here's something a lot of people forget. Being the best doesn't mean competing with others. It means competing with yourself. It means asking, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" If the answer is yes, then you're already winning. Now let's talk about education in this. Psychologists have studied something called the self-fulfilling prophecy. It's the idea that what you believe about yourself becomes true, not because of luck, but because your actions align with your beliefs. If you believe you'll fail, you hesitate, you avoid risks, and you sabotage yourself. But if you believe you'll succeed, you put in the effort, you take chances, and you follow through. That's why believing you are the best isn't just a nice idea, it's scientifically proven to shape your future. Think about athletes. The best athletes in the world aren't always the ones with the most talent. They're the ones who believe in themselves enough to train harder, to recover faster, and to keep going when others quit. Belief fuels discipline, and discipline creates excellence. And here's where most people get stuck. They wait for proof before they believe. They say, "I'll believe I'm the best when I succeed. I'll believe I'm the best when others recognize me." But the truth is, it works the other way around. You have to believe first. Belief is the seed, and success is the fruit. You don't wait for the tree to grow before you plant the seed. Now let me share a simple daily practice with you. Every morning, before you pick up your phone, before you scroll through social media, stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say, "I am the best at being me. Today, I will show up with confidence." It might feel strange at first, but repetition rewires your brain. Neuroscience shows that repeated thoughts create new neural pathways. Over time, those pathways become stronger, and belief becomes automatic. Also, surround yourself with people who lift you up. The voices around you matter. If you're always around negativity, doubt, or criticism, it's harder to build belief. But when you're around encouragement and positivity, your confidence grows naturally. Remember, believing you are the best doesn't mean arrogance. Arrogance is thinking you're better than others. True belief is knowing you are valuable, worthy, and unique. It's humble confidence. It's saying, "I don't need to be better than you, I just need to be the best version of me." Think about this, you only get one life. One chance to live as yourself. Why waste it doubting who you are? Why waste it pretending to be someone else? Every moment you spend comparing yourself to others is a moment you steal from becoming the best you can be. And let me tell you something very important. Believing you are the best doesn't mean you'll always feel motivated. There will be days when you doubt, when you feel tired, when you feel like giving up. That's normal. But belief is not about feelings, it's about decision. You decide to keep going. You decide to trust yourself. And that decision makes you unstoppable. If you want proof, look back at your life. Remember the challenges you thought you'd never overcome, but you did. Remember the days you thought you couldn't go on, but you kept going. That's evidence. That's proof that you are stronger, smarter, and more capable than you give yourself credit for. So here's the takeaway, you are the best. Not because of what you own, not because of what you've achieved, but because there is only one you in this entire universe. Nobody can replace you. Nobody can take away your uniqueness. And when you start to truly believe that, your life will change. So the next time that little voice of doubt comes in, I want you to answer it boldly. No, I am the best. I may not be perfect, I may not have everything figured out yet, but I am the best at being me. And that is more than enough. And here's something else to remember. Belief grows stronger when you share it with others. When you help someone else see their value, you reinforce your own. Have you noticed how encouraging someone else makes you feel lighter, more confident yourself? That's because giving confidence multiplies it. Every time you lift others up, you rise too. Another key point, stop apologizing for being yourself. So many people weaken their own power by constantly saying sorry for things that don't need an apology. Sorry for speaking up, sorry for having an opinion, sorry for taking space. But let me tell you this, you were born to take up space. You don't need to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Believing you are the best means honoring your own voice without guilt. Also, be patient with yourself. Belief is not built overnight. It's like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. If you go to the gym once, you don't expect instant results, right? The same is true here. Every day you practice self-belief, you're strengthening a part of yourself that will carry you through every challenge in life. Think of this as a lifelong journey. There will always be new mountains to climb, new doubts to face, and new lessons to learn. But instead of letting that scare you, let it excite you. Because each challenge is an opportunity to prove again that you are capable, that you are powerful, and that you are the best at overcoming what's in front of you. So let me leave you with this vision. Imagine your future self 5 years from now, confident, unshakable, walking with purpose. That version of you already exists inside you, waiting for you to believe in it today. The choices you make now, the beliefs you hold now, will decide who you become. And if you carry one truth with you from today, let it be this: you are the best, and the world is waiting for you to finally believe it.